Well, we are also tracking a developing story out of Texas, where a group of anti-pipeline activists pulled quite the rally. Look at this, showing up masked and carrying torches late at night at the home of an oil executive, Mark Maki, in Houston. The group says it organized the march to protest the arrest of 3 fellow activists last year. Here's a little of what unfolded at his home.
Hi, my name is Amanda. My friends and I came down tonight to let you know that we think that you and Enbridge are corporate criminals and that it's y'all that should be in jail rather than the MyCat 3.
What was the 3 limit? What did they do?
They shut down your pipeline construction.
They did a lockdown on one of your pieces of equipment, and now they're facing 2 to 3 years in prison.
Listen, again, 10 o'clock at night, I'm happy to discuss it. Not here, not now, not in the neighborhood, not with the neighborhood.
You think you could just go to work and punch in and poison people, then come home and distance yourself like it never happened, like you don't have to be accountable to anyone you live with, that your neighbors shouldn't know that you are destroying your children's future and their children's future?
This is not the time and place. What's your group, by the way, guys?
We're just the people, man. How about that?
The people.
And there are the faces of the people. You have no idea, man. The world is spinning quick.
Well, tell the rest of the board they can expect visits.
Wow. Katie Pavlich is a Fox News contributor and townhall.com news editor. And this is not the first time we have seen angry, groups, in other cases mobs, go to the homes of the corporate executives with whom they have an issue.
Well, this may be one of the first time we've seen torches and masks being worn, and it was 10 o'clock at night, and I can tell you that the emissions that were coming off of those torches are going to be much worse than the Keystone Pipeline will be. But going back to your point of this is not an isolated incident. We've seen this happen on immigration. Do we remember the mob that showed up at the home of the Secretary of State from Kansas? That mob showed up at his house, at his home, in protest of a bill that he wrote, SB 1070. We saw this happen with a Bank of America executive in 2010 when the SEIU they organized a protest to show up at his home. Hundreds of people showed up. His son was, I believe his son was trapped in the house, in the home. So this is not isolated. And the most important thing here is that this is not something that's far left and only isolated to the far left. This is condoned by the mainstream left. You have the Sierra Club now that is going out and saying it's okay for there to be civil disobedience over the protest of the Keystone Pipeline. So it's not that it's just isolated to the far left. This is something that's mainstream, and we've seen it before. I love that here. This group is upset because others protested in an inappropriate way and were being held to account, and they protested in an inappropriate way to object to the fact that there were criminal penalties to what their friends did. They come out and said, this group with the torches, solidarity means attack. Solidarity means attack. How about at abortion clinics? Does solidarity mean attack? You know, when the pro-lifers go out to the abortion clinics and talk to the people, then the left goes nuts about people expressing their solidarity. Well, this is the problem, and this is the key that you see throughout all these protests, whether it's environmental or on any other issue. The key here is that they don't believe property destruction is violence, and they also don't believe in private property. So we do see these instances of them trespassing on corporate property as the reason why they were there in the first place, because these 3 activists got arrested for trespassing on corporate property. And we also see them trespassing on private property and saying, it's not violence, we have the right to do this. They don't believe in private property rights. I mean, this is scary when you are at your home. The guy was cool as a cucumber. You got to hand it to him. But it's not appropriate. It's not appropriate to go to someone's home. They could have children inside. You don't know what their health condition is, and they don't care. With having torches out, in the back, and with the threatening signs and the masks, and start threatening him for what he's done as a corporate executive. It's inappropriate, they don't care. To say the least. Inappropriate to say the least, and I want to make one more point, that the Keystone Pipeline specifically is what they're protesting here. Pipelines in this country are the safest way to transport oil, and so they should maybe take that into account before they go to their next protest at someone's home. I'm sure they walked over. Katie, I'm sure they walked. They didn't take a car. Great to see you. See you next time.